House Financial Services Committee holding a hearing on how to navigate the digital payment ecosystem. That includes how to develop a federal framework for payment stablecoins while examining the consequences of a U.S. central bank digital currency. Joining me now is Arkansas Congressman and Chairman of the House Financial Services Committee, French Hill. Mr. Chairman, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Can you give us a sense of where you are on the regulation of stablecoin and other digital assets after hearing from those two CEOs?
Well, great to see you, Maria. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Look, we had a great first 2 months of the Trump administration because we've outlined a legislative path forward for a dollar-backed stablecoin, both in the House, where we've now posted legislation and had a hearing under Chairman Bryan Steil. And last week, we had the good news that the Senate Banking Committee, under the leadership of Tim Scott, advanced the Bill Hagerty, Cynthia Loomis bill forward, which would be a dollar-backed stablecoin under federal regulation and state regulation. And this will, as your previous interviews indicated, offer an electronic way, a digital tokenized way to have the dollar continue its dominance around the world for payments, not just institutional, international exchange payments, but also at retail, where you've seen both Circle and Tether have that impact in communities around the world.
Well, I just explain to our viewers why we need that. I mean, if isn't a digital dollar? I mean, if I wanted to just use my credit card, if I wanted to just use, one of these other companies like a PayPal, et cetera, why do I need the stable coin?
Right. Such a good question. In a big developed country like the United States, we already have many, many ways to instantaneously pay for things. And this wouldn't be top of mind, but it will be lower cost in foreign markets. You reduce the cost of foreign exchange. You reduce the cost of fees across borders. And so in some countries where they have an unstable currency, a weak banking system, not a very good payment system, a smartphone app with a digital wallet with a dollar-backed stablecoin is a good way, even at retail, to do a transaction. And it's particularly lower cost in international cross-border payments, where you can reduce the expense of the currency translation. You have a digital dollar, so you can spend that digital dollar in the foreign country or in the dollar-backed regime.
Yeah, and that I get. I mean, those people who are in foreign markets, foreigners who want to transact easily, I get that, the use of the stablecoin. And we were talking about El Salvador earlier because of the Tren de Aragua people going there. But in El Salvador, a while back, a couple of years ago, when they started using digital assets, a huge portion of the people actually were able to start banking, right? They got banked.
They got banked by having a self-custody wallet on their smartphone, and it gives them access to their own money in a way where you have a weak banking system or a weak currency. That's a major change in El Salvador. But as I say, it's a new payment rail. It may not be a payment rail that Americans use here in our country, but you'll see it grow around the world as a lower-cost payment rail once we make it a legal business here in the United States.
I like it. All right, we're watching you work on that, sir.